So in this neighborhood in East Waterloo, I quickly learned that people are born into different circumstances, but each one is truly a joy to get to know, and everyone has a story and a journey of their life. Here's the old Rath Packing Company, and they went out of business in 1984. The early 80s was really hard for a lot of communities, and really a lot of our food bank partners, that's when they emerged.
I grew up on a farm where you had access to fresh fruits and vegetables. I always had food on our table, and so the concept of understanding, one, there was food waste, but two, that people needed food really intrigued me.
I think with the pandemic and seeing more natural disasters and even the man-made disasters, people really understand that we're all one incident away from needing food assistance ourselves.
But our job is to make sure that no matter where anybody is in Northeast Iowa, that somehow they have access to food. We serve 16 counties, going up to the Minnesota border.
It means a lot that there's places like this that help the community out.
Hey, look, taco meat. Weren't we just talking about taco meat? Like, me and my husband both make too much for food stamps, so it helps out with some of our grocery costs a month.
You know, the idea of the food bank is that you bring food in and you store it and then you distribute it through other programs, other member agencies, food pantries, daycare centers, Boys and Girls Club, mobile pantries, backpack programs through schools, Kids Cafe, after-school feeding, all of those different programs, our elderly program, help us ensure that people have multiple access to food.
We have been using the food bank since our doors opened. We have never stopped. It's been such an important piece of our program that we wouldn't be able to stay open without it. It's 90% of our food we get from the food bank. It is so very important for our kids to get nutritious foods, especially the balanced meals.
My role is 100% about the relationships that we have in the community. When we had written our John Deere grant, we had really talked about, okay, here's a wide piece of paper, what's your vision? Well, our vision was to close the meal gap. It really helped us form a solid base and strengthen our organization to help us close the meal gap last year. A piece of that grant was the ability to take the money that was given to us through John Deere and be agile with it. It's not just about the money, it's about what kind of relationship can we deepen, because this company and this community really care about closing the meal gap and ensuring people have access to food.
In the past, we have had actually several children that we know coming through our doors have not had food. And we are so thankful that we can be a blessing to them by providing their breakfast or whatever it is, you know. The kids are our hearts. That's our ministry. And through the food bank, we can give that to a lot of our kids.
What I appreciate about John Deere is that they don't just give you money and say go away. They give you money and they say, how can we help you fulfill this? How can we help you grow with this? We want to help you think differently. Without the support of John Deere, without the support of the community, there would be a lot of people in Northeast Iowa hurting. There would be people that couldn't pay their rent. There would be kids that couldn't study in school. But also, there would be a lot of food that would end up in our landfills unnecessarily because it's still perfectly good.